Students, please copy out. Please remember, if we have variable x, we have m of x, d of x, yes, and sigma of x. Remember, if we have y, we have m of y, d of y, and sigma of y. Please remember, if we have x and y, we have two possible variants. For example, x and y may be dependent, it means we have relationship between x and y, да, то есть у нас какое-то есть соотношение. And x and y are independent. In order to check dependence or independence, you can use the next coefficient, which is called covariation. Please copy out covariation. The next coefficient is called covariation. This value k xy equals m of xy minus m of x times m of y. Students, you have two variants. This value will be, for example, 0 if we have independence. And this number is not equal to 0 if we have dependence. То есть у нас зависимость, независимость. Let's remember, if we have independent random variables, if we have independent, да, то есть у нас будет независимые, it means m of x times y equals m of x multiplied by m of y. Do you remember this property? If you substitute, you can get k xy equals, let's change this multiplication and get m of x times m of y minus the same product, m of x minus times m of y. First sum and minus second one will be 0. Please remember, if you have independence or independent variables. For independent variables, this condition is fulfilled. То есть выполняется вот такое условие. If you have dependence, it means this condition is not fulfilled. Please remember, m of x, m of y will be first numerical characteristic, d of x, d of y means second numerical characteristic, sigma of x, sigma of y means the third. The fourth is called covariation, covariация. With the help of this coefficient, you can define dependence or independence between x and y. And let's copy out the next coefficient. The next coefficient is called correlation coefficient, коэффициент корреляции. Correlation means dependence between x and y. То есть это у нас зависимость между x и y. This coefficient is denoted as rho xy, or you can use little r xy. In order to find this number, you need to use k xy divided by root of d times d of y. Students, what is it? Root of d of x. It will be sigma, yes. And we have kxy divided by sigma of x times sigma of y. The basic property of this correlation coefficient means this value lies between -1 and +1. То есть всегда лежит вот в таких пределах. -1 and +1. How to explain limits of this value? Can I change? Okay, now students, please look at this table. We have all possible values. Let's remember, this coefficient may be positive or negative. If we have negative, it means we have negative correlation. То есть у нас отрицательная корреляция. We have negative if this value is less than 0. And we have positive if this value will be positive. Okay, for example, students, if you have 0, what does it mean? It means no correlation or no connection. If you have values from 0 to 0.3, it means we have weak correlation, то есть у нас слабая корреляция. Weak means слабая. If you have limits 0.3, 0.5, it means we have moderate. Moderate это означает средняя. If you have 0.5, 0.7, plus or minus means positive or negative. It's all clear? Okay, we have significant, это означает у нас значимое. Strong means сильная, and very strong means очень сильная. Okay, we have all possible variants. The best result, let's remember, the best result will be -1 or 1. It means dependence between x and y. Okay. Discrete random variable or two-dimensional discrete random variable. How to learn continuous? Let's remember. If you have continuous random variable, let's remember, if you have, for example, variable x, it means mathematical expectation will be integral from negative infinity to positive infinity x times f of x. Do you remember? Continuous random variable. CRV. Okay. In order to find m of x squared, let's remember, it will be integral from negative infinity to positive infinity x squared times f of x. In order to find g of x, we need to use m of x squared minus m of x all square. And in order to find sigma of x, you need to find root of d of x. Do you remember? Now we have two variables. We have x and y. And now, students, let's solve example. If we have function of two variables x and y, and this function will be 1/6 if this point, please remember, x and y means point, это у нас точечка. If this point lies on this plane, то у нас будет некоторая плоскость D. And we have 0 if this point does not lie here. Okay. How to explain D? Let's look at D. D will be x if x is changed from -1 to 2, and y is changed from 0 to 2. Students, how to plot this domain? Как изобразить эту область? Okay, let's look at variable x. X is changed from -1 to 2. You agree? How to explain this sign? Less or equal to? It means you need to include, yes, x equals -1. Okay, let's mark. X equals -1. We have this line, and x equals 2. 1 and 2. It means 2 can be excluded. Agree? Let's use dashed line. Да, давайте вот такую вот штриховочную линию. It will be 2. Okay. How to plot this domain if y is changed from 0 to 2? How to explain y equals 0? What is it? А ну-ка вспомните. It will be x-axis, okay. And you need to include this part, yes, agree? And let's mark 1, 2, and exclude 2. Okay. Okay, x is changed from -1 to 2. It will be x. It's y. And we have this domain. What is it? Is it square or rectangle? Yes, it will be rectangle. Okay. Now, students, you need to find functions. For example, first function. Let's find f of x. If you have dependence of on one variable, let's use this formula. It will be integral from -infinity to +infinity. F of x, y, dy. How to explain dy, students? It means you need to use limits for variable y. It means x is not changed. Okay? Let's substitute. In order to find this result, let's look at this picture and call limits for variable y. Y is changed from 0 to 2. Okay. We have limits from 0 to 2. How to change this function? This function equals 1/6 times dy. Okay, let's remember, any number can be taken out of the integral sign. Do you remember this property? Okay, let's take out and get 1/6 times integral from 0 to 2 dy. Do you remember integral of dy? Integral of dx will be x. Yes, integral of dy will be y. Okay, let's leave 1/6 times y if y is changed from 0 to 2. Okay. 1/6 times. Let's remember. Let's substitute the upper limit minus 0. Okay. And what result do you have? 1/6 multiplied by 2. Okay. And 1/3. Let's remember, we have 1/3 if x lies here, yes? And we have 0 if x does not lie here. Let's copy out f of x for variable x will be 1/3 if x lies here and 0 if x does not lie here. Is all clear? Okay, let's continue. Now let's find function y. Let's find dependence of variable y. Okay, it will be integral from negative infinity to positive infinity f of xy times dx. What does it mean? What limits do you have? Limits for variable x. Okay, let's look at this picture and call limits for variable x. Minus 1 and 2. Okay. Minus 1 and 2. F of xy equals, 1 over 6 times dx. Let's take out 1 over 6 and get 1 over 6 times integral from negative 1 to 2 dx and equals. This integral will be x, okay, with double substitution from negative 1 to 2. Agree? Okay. 1 over 6 times, let's substitute upper limit. It will be 2, yes, minus 1. Okay. If you have minus 1, what is it?
Plus 2.
Okay, it will be plus 3. 1 over 6 times 3, what is it? 1. It will be 1 over 2. Okay. Let's copy out fy of y. It means dependence of variable y. Gives 1 second if y lies here and 0 if y does not lie here. Is all clear? Okay, let's continue. Let's remember, any continuous random variable has basic numerical characteristics. Let's look at basic formulas. For example, students, let's find mathematical expectation for variable x. In order to find m of x, you need to use this formula. Let's look at we have integral from negative infinity to positive infinity, x times f of x and times dx. X times fx of x. Fx of x multiplied by dx. It means you need to use limits for variable x. Okay, let's find this mathematical expectation. Okay, negative positive infinity. It means you need to use minus 1 and 2. Okay, minus 1 and 2. X is not changed. Students, please substitute f of x. Please look at this formula. F of x equals 1 over 3. Okay. Let's take out 1/3 and get 1/3 times integral from negative 1 to 2. Yes? Okay, do you remember integral of f? Thank you. Let's leave 1/3 multiplied by x squared over 2 with double substitution from negative 1 to 2. Okay. Can you multiply 3 by 2? Okay. And get x squared over 6 with double substitution from negative 1 to 2. Correct or not? Okay. Let's substitute. We have 2 squared over 6. Yes? Minus 1 all square divided by 6. Agree? Okay. Let's substitute. 2 square equals 4. We have 4 over 6 minus negative number all square will be positive. Okay. Minus 1 over 6. Okay. 4 over 6 minus 1 over 6 will be, okay, 3 over 6 or 1 second. Okay, thank you. How to find m of y? Let's use formula and function f of y. Do you agree? Okay, let's copy out. Integral from negative infinity to positive infinity y multiplied by f of y times dy. Students, if you have dy, it means you need to use limits for variable y. Okay. Y is changed from 0, yes, to 2. Okay, let's substitute 0 to y times f of y. F of y equals 1 second. Okay. Let's take out 1 second and get 1 second times integral from 0 to 2 y dy. Okay. Integral of y equals y square 1 second times y square over 2 with double substitution from 0 to 2 equals. Can you multiply 2 by 2? Okay. And get y square over 4 with double substitution from 0 to 2. Okay, let's substitute. You can get 2 square over 4 minus 0 square over 4. Correct or not? Okay. Yes, 2 square will be 4. Yes, 4 divided by 4 equals 1. 0 divided by 4 will be 0. 1 minus 0 equals 1. With the help of integrals, you can find d of x, m of x squared, and so on.